All right. So, like I was saying before, this is going to be a deck profile for our Jesmon build. If you've been hanging out in the streams, we stream on twitch.tv/AgentSD3. This is the deck that we've been using probably the most, and I've had the most fun with. I have 5 of these freaking things, different decks, of course. And I think the Jesmon deck I'm enjoying way more than I thought I would. So let's just go ahead and get into our build and how it's different and yada yada yada. First off, we're running 1 Demi-Mera and 4 Digimon. These Digimon are the one from the starter deck. It gives you the inheritable once per turn during your turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains 2000 DP. This is useful for Jesmon sometimes, but also useful for like your Savior Huck, so that you can swing with your Savior Huck, Savior Huck, and use him as well. If you pop something that turn, especially if you have your Sistermon Blanc, or not, what do they call it? They're not Noir. What is she? Your other Sistermon, your CLs, which is Noir. You'll gain an extra 2k. So you might have a Savior Huck at 11, which you can swing into security and do other things with it. If you don't have your Jesmon yet. So the other baby we have here is the Demi-Meramon. What's up, Bob? How are you, man? Demi-Meramon on attack when attacking will give you plus 1k DP. This is useful, again, kind of like for Savior Huck or even Jesmon, or really anything you're swinging with. It's an extra 1k DP. You're going to be swinging into your opponent's security quite often anyway. So that's why it's here, and that's why it's valuable. So for our rookies, we'll actually start with the Sistermons. I'm only running 3 Sistermon Blancs. I'm not running 4. I think if you wanted to, you could run 4 of these. I just found that right now 3 is a good number, a solid number, because when I was running 4, I was like, I don't want to say bricking, but I was drawing it and I didn't need it. So I actually took out one of the Sistermons to make space for one of the other rookies that I'm going to get to here in a second. So we have 3 Sistermon. Remember, you can't evolve from it, so she's really just here to be played for free off the Savior Huck and to be hard played when you need it. Oh, and played for free off Jesmon. The other 4 Digimon we're running rookies are Monodramons. So we have 4 Monodramons. It's a 2-cost rookie. He's there to evolve in the raising area. Pretty simple reasoning. Also, he's great to hard play if you need to choke your opponent for whatever reason. Just all around good option. You can play the Biomon if you want. You can play whatever you wanted. The 2-cost red vanillas. I just chose Monodramon because he's a baby dragon warrior looking Digimon. And y'all know I have like a dragon fetish going on. So like, I had to pick Monodramon. That's just a given. Then we have 4 of the starter deck Guilmon, which I think is so underutilized for Jesmon and like red in general, because he would also be cool in like an Agu Bond type of situation, I think. The reason why I say that is his inheritable on your turn, once per turn, when you delete an opponent's Digimon, you draw a card. We all know with Jesmon, you need to kind of cycle through your deck to unbrick in case you do, and just kind of like get your hand advantage going. And Guilmon's great because if you have your Bow Huck under any of your Digimon and your sisters on board, you're probably popping something every turn. Guilmon will also work if you swing into a Digimon and delete it. It doesn't have to be deleted by an effect. So if Jesmon runs over a Digimon and you get piercing, you also get a +1 draw, which is fucking awesome. His your turn effect of if your opponent has a level 6, you can Digivolve into a Gallantmon for 4 is fine. I have literally never used it in the hundreds of games I've played with this deck. I've literally never used it once. That doesn't mean it's not useful. I've just never needed it because the game was usually over before that happened. And the one time I considered it, I won doing something else because I drew, I think, one of the Sistermons I needed and was able to win the game that way. So you can do it. You just may not do it often. I literally have never done it. And then the other 4 rookies is obviously, I think the most important rookie in the deck is Huckmon. He lets you search the top 5. You can add a Sistermon, a Jesmon, or a Huckmon. You had 2, so 1 of each, or however you want to do it. That happens often, but you can whiff. As Pat just described in stream, that can happen, and it's frustrating as hell. Yes, you get to thin out your deck and maybe get to what you're looking for, but it's so frustrating when you whiff with Huckmon because it's 5 cards. 5 cards, and you have 0, and you hit 0 targets. It's frustrating. Sometimes you have to make a decision about whether it's better to evolve in raising with him or to play him to try and search. That's just a matter of your intuition on that one. I mean, I know that sounds like some Yu-Gi-Oh shit, but I'm like dead ass. Like, If your gut tells you to evolve and not to play it, go with your gut 100% of the time, son. Because every time I don't go with my gut, it bites me in the ass. Every single time. And those of you guys who have been in the streams, like we are right now, every time I've said, man, I should have evolved, that's exactly what I should have done. So, just saying, you got to kind of go with your gut on that one, whether you should evolve into raising or hard play him and see what happens. But Huckmon is an awesome card. And he's only going to get better in BT6 or 7 because there's a new Huckmon that has an inheritable that lets you search for Sistermons, which is great. On attack, I should clarify. So here are these babies, our level 4s, our rookies. Whew. But for those of you guys just coming in for the stream, we're just doing a quick deck profile here because I need some content for YouTube. So we're doing a deck profile real quick for Jesmon because we've been playing with this deck quite a bit today. So for our level 4s, we're doing Sistermon CL. We're only running 3 of her. You could run 4. I wouldn't. I feel like it's too bricky. 4, and you know what? Hold on. We gotta put the sexy one up front. The alt art. If anybody's got more alt arts and they wanna send them to me, let me know. So yeah, we got our Sistermon CL. I love Sistermon CL. If you can do Savior Huckmon, use Digivolve into Savior Huck, then special summon. Did I say special summon? Then play Sistermon CL from hand or trash. You get your Savior Huck for 2 instead of 3 because she gives you a memory back. And also on all turns, she gives your Royal Knights or your Huckmons plus 2k DP, which is great for Gallantmon and Omnimon. Just keep that in mind. It'll help you dodge Wyvern's Breaths, which is phenomenal because Wyvern's Breath sometimes can suck ass. Then we got 4, Bow Huckmon. Probably the most important level 4 in the entire deck. Not probably, he is. His inheritable is amazing. So when you have a Sistermon on board and you swing, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k DP once per turn. That is awesome. Fuck all the blockers that are 1-cost Evos. They're all dead. So the Pittos, the Dark Tranos, that sort of stuff, you can get rid of those guys. It is awesome. And that goes back to Guiomon, because now you can proc your Guiomon, you can draw a card. You can proc your Digimon, you get 2k DP. So Bowhuck is awesome. That's all I have to say about him. He's awesome. I wouldn't run him any less than 4, personally. Then we have 4 Greymon. Another awesome card. He's from the starter deck. Super simple. He gives you 1+1 security check. Why would you not want that? With Jesmon, you can hit for 2 or 3 security if you have your Greymon, your Voltramon, or your Ties. I mean, sometimes you can hit for 4 security. You could put the Greymon, Voltramon under the Gallantmon, and now you're checking 4 security. And if you have Tie, you're checking 5 security. Just saying, this deck can just explode and just blow through security so quick, and I love it. But let's kind of move on to level 5s, because that's it for the 4s. I know it seems small for the 4s, but like, remember, you can search for these guys with Huckmon. Greymon you can search for with red memory boosts. You might just draw into it. It works. It works more than you'd think, having this smaller grouping of level 4s. Yes, Bob. Content, bro. Content. Then we have 4. For our level 5s, we have 4 Savior Huckmons. A phenomenal level 5. I almost never evolve him in the back unless I don't have a Sistermon. His effect, when Digivolving, you can play a Sistermon from your hand for free. That's great. Especially in BT7. Because then you can play your Awakened Sistermons for free. That's cool. Take advantage of that shit. So that's what he lets you do. And then also, Savior Huck, it will give your level 6, so long as you have Sistermons on board, the ability to restand. So that works for Gallantmon. That would work for if you're running War Greymons. Whatever you're running as your level 6, so long as you have Sistermon on board, it can restand because of Savior Huck, which is awesome. Just point blank period. Like, imagine, right? I don't run War Greymons, but if you did, if you had Savior Huck evolve with War Greymon, that turn, your War Greymon's going to have a total of 4 checks because of the restand, 4 checks, and you won't proc any of their option cards because of War Greymon's effect. That is awesome. Again, I don't run any, but I really thought about it until I saw the light with Gallantmon in this deck. Next, we're only running 2 Voltramons. Voltramon's cool. I think you could take him out if you wanted to and run something else. I didn't because I like the inheritable of having +1 security. It comes up. and he's not bad. I mean, he's pretty simple. I think all of the other level 5s running in this deck you could swap out, in my opinion, with whatever you want. Aside from Savior Huck, I think you need the 4. But then for your other 4 level 5s, I think that's the hard part. We're running 1 War Growlmon. Now, War Growlmon, I have him in here because he's 8k DP. And when attacking, you can delete one of your opponent's 3k or less. This has not come up that often because I rarely ever play this man. I literally have 1 of him. But it's great for the Gabumon, Agumon matchup. You can get rid of those pesky Agumons and Gabumons, or Gabumons, just by swinging. You can get rid of 1. So that's nice. Plus, if a Digimon is deleted on that turn, you get +1 security check. So it's basically a Voltramon, basically, with a when attacking effect. Who knows? He might come out of the deck. I haven't decided. He comes up very rarely, but I also don't really care who's in this slot. Then we have Metal Greymon. I literally am only running 1 and not 2 because I only have the 1. My other 2 are in my special binder that I don't touch. It's like my collector binder or whatever. Metal Greymon's awesome. More so for his inheritable. He's going to give your Digimon plus 3k DP. So your freaking Jesmon's already going to be at 14k just because of Metal Greymon. And then he can gain another 3k from his own effect. So he's at 17k. You see where this is going. You're just making a Jesmon that will not die when it hits security from a security Digimon because he's so freaking powerful. Also, with Metal Greymon, if you wanted to, you could make a cheeky swing with him. He's at 9k, and he'll check for 3 security. And if you have the Greymon under it, he'll check for 4. In this format, if you're playing like a Bond deck, I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is Gabumon or Agumon. That's the only thing in security that can kill you. So you could do that. I've done it like once or twice, and it's worked out. But that's totally up to you in the matchup. That's it for level 5s. All right, y'all, let's look at level 6s. So the king of the deck, the goat of the deck, Jesmon. I don't really think he needs the explanation. Run 4 of this guy. Point blank period. When you swing, you get to play a Sistermon for free from your hand or trash. So sometimes I will do petty things like, let's say you have Jesmon out and like, let's say CL, but you don't have another Sistermon in your hand and your trash. I will literally swing with CL into security or into another Digimon on purpose just to get it killed, then to swing with Jesmon to play it right back again, gain a memory, give Jesmon his piercing and 3k DP, and be able to just be an asshole. So, like, if you need to, one of the things you can do with Jesmon is that. If you need, like, oh crap, I don't have a Sistermon to play, just get it killed. And then play it back for free. If you just want to be a troll. And I do that all the time. You guys have probably seen that in some of the gameplay I've either uploaded or the stuff from the streams. Oh, I guess the other thing I want to mention too, though, is with Jesmon. If your opponent gives you enough memory and you don't have a Sistermon, you can play any Digimon, and that will proc his once per turn gaining piercing and 3k DP. So just to reiterate, what it reads exactly is when you play another Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 3k DP and piercing for the turn. So if I have 3 memory or 2 memory or whatever, I can play Monodramon, Jesmon gets his effect. So remember, it's not just Sistermons being played. It's any Digimon that you play. You'll get that effect. So that's cool. Also, remember, it's for the turn. So if you Digivolve into Omnimon, guess what? Omnimon has piercing and 3k DP. And guess what? If you play Judgment of the Blade on that Omnimon, or you gave it to this Digimon, guess what? I can swing into your other Digimon and have piercing. The combos are I don't say endless, but there's a lot of combinations to consider with Jesmon. And finally, we have 2 Gallantmons from the starter deck. I think he's phenomenal. I know people who don't run them who think he's not helpful for the deck. I've found that he's super helpful. So he naturally has +1 check. So he's checking for 2 security. He has a when attacking effect of delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4k DP or less. So again, Gabumon, Agumon, fuck all your rookies. They're all dead. I'm not dealing with that problem. They're dead that turn. Great. And if you don't do that, this man gains plus 3k DP for the turn. So he's at 14k, swinging for 2 checks. I don't see the downside to that. Because the only thing that can stop you are, like, Omnimons, and Gabumon and Agumon. But wait, there's more. If you got the Digimon in your base source, if you pop something, he gained 2k DP, right? So he's at 13, but you still are able to plus, right? Even if you pop something without using his effect, you can gain this extra DP. Or if you got Demi Marimon under him, he's at 15k, so he can swing over anything that's not like the OG Omnimons. So I don't know. I think he's super helpful because you can really build some interesting stacks with him and just be a troll. And you all know I love trolling. That's your level 6s. Next, we're going to get into our level 7s. Just 2 Blitz Omnis. They explain themselves. They have Blitz. Play them on top of your Jesmon or your Gallantmon and swing for game. It's just that simple. You play him, swing for game, it's over. If you didn't swing for game for whatever reason, that's fine. Their effect will protect them from things like Gaia Force, which is nice. Or even, well, Gabubon's or Agumon's effect can't kill it. So you can protect it with that. Its effect will protect it from, well, Gabumon can't use his effect either because he's not level 5. Protect it from Rattlestar. He's pretty well protected from things that aren't Wyvern's Breath. Why wouldn't you run it? All right, option cards. Another section you can kind of do what you want. I run 2 Gaia Force because removal, just in case. You never know. Break in case of emergency card. Great in security. That's why I run it. I'm a guy. I love Gaia Force. I don't think you need it. You could run Delicate Plans instead. I literally don't run any Delicate Plans, and everybody looks at me sideways when I say that. But I haven't had a situation to where like I needed the Delicate Plan that fucking bad. Personally, even with security control, I've been fine because I could just build right back into another Jesmon or abuse Jesmon's effect to play other things for free and swarm the board. So I haven't needed it. Not saying you shouldn't run it. I'm just saying I haven't needed it. Then we have 2 Judgment of the Blade. Phenomenal card. Your Royal Knight or your Huckmons can attack unsuspended Digimon for 1 cost. Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's just that simple. It's great. I can't tell you how many times I've pissed people off with that because they thought they were safe. Drop that card. Your big boss monster is dead. And then we have the security effect. I can play 1 Digimon with Sistermon from my hand or trash without paying its memory costs. And then this card comes to hand. So it's like, it's literally a Jesmon. It's like, here's a free Sistermon from my hand or my trash. And if this comes out in security and they have 0 memory, you play CL, it's my turn now. Cool. It's really cool combos. You could run more of these. I used to run 3, but then I saw it so much that it was bad. Like I saw it like every game, and I would see like 2 or 3 of them. So I stopped. And then we're only running 1 red memory boost for consistency purposes and for the sake of memory choking. If somebody chokes you, you can get yourself up to 3. That's really why it's there. Super simple reasoning, I think. And then last but not least, let's talk about our tamer ties. We have 3 ties. Why? It's a memory tamer, and he gives you initial security check, which is great for Jesmon and Gallantmon. That's why I run it. I run 3 ties. You could run... No, I don't think there's another red memory tamer that you'd want to run. I think tie is the best option for right now, because you get that extra check. No Delicate Plan? No Delicate Plan. Again, I don't think it's a bad option, but for me, I don't care if I'm not playing against security control. Like, I'm genuinely not concerned what's in your security in terms of option cards unless I'm playing security control. And even then, I kind of don't give a shit. Because, let's say I hit a Gaia Force. Okay, that's fine. Generally, by the time I've started swinging into your security, I have a backup plan anyway. And I have enough cards in my hand that it's not that big a deal. Generally speaking. If I'm playing against, let's see, Agumon that's more security control, the only thing in security that's killing my Jesmon is Gaia Force. That's the only thing that's going to kill him. You can't kill him with Red Reamer. He's going to be too powerful. You can't kill him with Atomic Blaster. He's too powerful. There's too many things that make him too strong that your options won't kill him. Because Jesmon is consistently 14, 17, or 20k. So the only thing I'm concerned about is maybe Wyvern's Breath and Gaia Force. And like Fly Bullet, or not Fly, or Fly Bullet Trump Sword. I mean, there are worries, but like I don't see them consistently enough to main deck it, to put it in my deck all the time. I just haven't had that issue where it's so prevalent that I'm like, shit, I need this in my deck at all times. So yeah, that's why I don't run it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying for me, I haven't been in enough situations where I felt like, damn, I need this card. But I get why people run it. So that's the deck. It's pretty straightforward. I'm curious to see how you guys would build this deck out, how you do it differently, what things you would take out or add in or whatever. For those of you guys on YouTube, put that in the comment section below and we can chat about it. For those of everybody else on Twitch, we can talk about it right now, obviously. But yeah, that's the deck.